The Aspen Institute is actually an enormous network of networks, and it's one of the biggest community-centered organizations in the country.
The initial spark of the partnership between the Aspen Institute and the Mastercard Center for Inclusive Growth is rooted in the idea that true change and global change requires partnership between public and private sector.
It was with the private sector, the nonprofit, civic groups, civil society, unions. We were bringing everybody to the table and giving them voice.
We had a real opportunity with Mastercard to have a partner that would invest in and believe in Aspen's opportunity to innovate.
Being a part of the Aspen Institute, where I've been a fellow for many years, provided a lens that showed how you can bring different people together, but also bring different assets together to create something for the common good. Economic growth is good, as long as it is inclusive and extends to all parts of society.
You're all here talking about inclusive economy. Without financial health, we will not be able to do it.
The structures that hold people back can also be changed with imagination and co-creation.
Both Aspen and Mastercard aligned on a sense of how fragmented action was in the US around financial inclusion and financial health.
These two organizations not only have the propensity to work on those problems, but have the ability to actually solve those problems.
So when I think about some of the successes from the last 5 years of the partnership, probably one of the headlines that stands out for me most is the way that we have helped to shape and contribute to the first financial inclusion strategy that the USA has ever had. We had over 110 companies and civil rights organizations and consumer advocacy groups sign on saying we need a national financial inclusion strategy.
I'm proud to announce today the launch of our national strategy for financial inclusion in the United States.
To me, that is a major achievement because it serves our underlying shared purpose of extending the benefits of a growing economy to all segments of society.
We take for granted how much we can all grow, inclusively grow, if we cater to those who live in a world that hasn't catered to them.
When we combine the complementary strengths of the public and private sectors, commitments become plans, and most importantly, plans become action.
There's the Global Inclusive Growth Summit. There is the Spark Grants and Spark Awardees and the ways that we've activated the global leadership network of the Aspen Institute to be really focused in on issues of inclusive growth.
Community development finance institutions in the United States pivoted to digital because MasterCard's really good at that.
We also think a lot about how to ensure CDFIs have a voice, finding ways that we can use some of our access and some of our opportunity to highlight the importance of these market actors and the importance of this sector.
We've actually been able to do substantive work with our international Aspen Institute partners because MasterCard also had a through line between the issues we cared about in those other countries.
We do have both a rare opportunity and a moral and existential imperative to bring people together from across sectors and around the world to build economies that are truly inclusive.
I think the legacy of the Inclusive Growth Partnership is that we have mainstreamed inclusive growth into the lexicons of both the private and public sector.
Progress requires collaboration.
There's an opportunity in front of us to rebuild together in an equitable and inclusive way.
We're really just getting started in terms of how the seeds we've planted are going to continue to go forward.
We often associate the early stage of the fellowship experience as a journey from success to significance.
We need a place for purpose-driven leaders who have been in the arena, to use the language of the Aspen Fellowships, and grown over time. And this next phase of our partnership allows the fellowship and the fellows to come back together. And I think, if anything, this partnership has shown that when done well, when done with intention, public and private can come together in shared purpose.